What's up, guys? It's FlowMeezy, and I'm back with another video for y'all boys, man. And hey, bruh, how are y'all feeling today, bruh? And today I'm going to be bringing you the new top 3 best Catfish builds in NBA 2K23. Now, I had a series about Catfish builds last year, and I figured I'm going to be one of the first people to bring Catfish builds in NBA 2K23. Now, I did plan to do this sooner, but replica builds came out and everybody was just talking about replica builds. Oh, let me make this replica build. And I was just like, fuck it, I'll push it back, and I'm going to be dropping my top 3 Catfish builds today. Now, I've had these builds since launch day, alright? The first thing I did was I was labbing in the builder. I was seeing what type of Catfish builds I could make and everything, and I found 3 of the best Catfish builds in NBA 2K23. Now, for those of you that wanted my 6'9" build animations, don't worry, that's coming soon. Just be a little bit more patient with me, and I'll be dropping that this week very shortly. But hey, I'm not trying to waste too much of y'all's time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, help me get to 5,000 subscribers, and let's get into it. Alright, so for this first Catfish build, the position that you want to go is going to be power forward. And then obviously your handedness and your jersey number is personal preference. Now for the height, you want to go 6'10", the weight you want to go 210 pounds, and you want to go maximum wingspan. Now look, this isn't just a typical power forward build, alright? This build gets a 95 drive and dunk, it can shoot the lights out of the ball, and it's got decent defense. But this build is going to be a Catfish, and it's going to make people think that you were just a finisher. And then obviously body shape is personal preference. Now you want to bring your close shot to a 77. You want to bring your driving layup to a 75. You want to bring your driving dunk to a 95. You want to bring your standing dunk to a 94. You want to bring your post control to an 87. And that's everything for finishing. Now as you can see, you are going to get 26 finishing badges on this build. Now, people aren't going to expect you to be able to shoot on this build, alright? So look, this build is going to be a huge Catfish build. You want to max out your mid-range, and you want to max out your three-pointer. And then you want to keep your free throw at a 58. So you're going to have 22 shooting badges, and people won't expect you to shoot the ball. Now you're going to bring your pass accuracy to a 70. You're going to bring your ball handle to a 47, and bring your speed with ball to a 26. Now that's everything for playmaking. You're only going to have 7 playmaking badges, but that 70 pass accuracy is more than enough, so it'll be perfectly fine. Now your defensive stats, you want to bring your interior to a 65. You bring your perimeter defense to an 82. You bring your steal to a 48. You bring your block to a 36. You're going to bring your O board to a 70, and bring your D board to an 85. And then that's it for defense. You're gonna get 13 defensive badges. Now 13 defensive badges isn't a lot, but I promise you, along with your core badges, your +4s, if you put it on there, you're gonna be perfectly fine, and you'll be able to play a decent amount of defense if you have the stick skill for it. Now you'll bring your speed to a 70. You'll bring your acceleration to a 77. You'll bring your strength to a 75. You'll bring your vertical to an 85, and put everything else on your stamina. Now as you can see, your final badge count is 26, 22, 7, and 13. If that is not your badge count, then you definitely did something wrong. Now we're gonna go to our takeovers. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. I'll just go limitless. I mean, I don't really care. It's gonna be a Catfish build, so honestly, do whatever you want. If you don't want people to know you can shoot or whatever, just chill out, do whatever you want to do. It's all personal preference for takeovers at the end of the day. Now as you can see, you have shades of John Collins, Tom Chambers, and Wendell Carter Jr. And look, our build name is a lob threat. When people think of a lob threat, they think of just somebody who can literally finish and catch lobs and maybe play a little bit of defense. They don't think of somebody who has an 80-something three-pointer, 80-something mid-range, is going to be able to spark the 3 with 22 shooting badges. Like, look, bro. This build is a huge Catfish build, and we are starting off the video great with this build. Now let's get into the second Catfish build of the video. Now this second Catfish build is going to be called a sharpshooting shot creator, and you are going to be able to have contact dunks on this build. Now, when you think of a sharpshooting shot creator, you literally think of like somebody with like a 90-something 3-ball. Like, you think of somebody who can only shoot the ball. You're not thinking that they're going to be able to get contact dunks on this build. So look, this is going to be a huge Catfish build. Now for position, you want to go point guard, and handedness and jersey number, like always, is personal preference. Now body settings, you're going to go 6'3", 170 pounds, and 7 foot on your wingspan. And body shape, always personal preference. I'm going to go slight because like I want to be even as much of a Catfish as it can be. And if you're slight, people aren't going to expect you to be able to go for contact dunks. Now for finishing, you want to bring your close shot to a 68. You want to bring your driving layup to a 70, and you want to bring your driving dunk to an 85. Now an 85 contact dunk is going to bring you to 15 finishing badges without your +4, without your core, and you're going to be able to get contact dunks. And that's everything for finishing. So if you don't have 15 finishing badges, you did something wrong. Now for shooting, you want to go ahead and max out your mid-range, and go ahead and max out your 3-ball, and then you would bring your free throw to a 68. And that's everything you're doing on shooting. You have 27 shooting badges and contact dunks. Like, this build is going to be a huge Catfish build. Look at all the Hall of Fame shooting badges you get and stuff. You get silver limitless, gold blinders, silver agent 3s. Like, you're perfectly fine on this build to shoot the ball while having contact dunks. Now you bring your pass accuracy to a 77. You want to bring your ball handle to a 90. You want to bring your speed with ball to a 95. And that's everything you're doing on playmaking. 26 playmaking badges. Now, since you are so offensively dominant, you're not going to have the best defense. So you're going to have to play like corner and rec, corner literally everywhere, so that you can try to hide yourself on defense. You're going to keep your interior to 25, bring your perimeter to a 62, and then bring your steal to a 27. And then you're not touching anything else on defense. So I recommend putting your +4 on defense so that your final badge count will be 16, 27, 26, and 8. And you'll be able to play a little bit of defense. So that's just my preferred setup or something, but you don't have to do that. It's personal preference at the end of the day. Now you can bring your speed to a 92. You're gonna bring your acceleration to a 77. You're gonna bring your strength to a 37. You're gonna bring your vertical to a 75, and then you bring your stamina to a 90. And that's it for this build, all right? If you don't have 15, 27, 26, and 4, then you did something wrong. Make sure you have everything correct, all right? So let's go ahead and go to takeovers. Now I don't recommend slashing takeover. I recommend going shot creating, and I like pull-up precision, but you can do whatever you want. Maybe pull-up precision and limitless. That's a good offensive takeover to like bait the defender and to not knowing that you can get contact dunks. My player build is complete, and as you can see, you have built a sharp shooting shot creator in NBA2K23. Now this is my favorite Catfish build of the video, and look, bro, you can't get much better than this when you think of a Catfish build. Like, I don't know. You can hear it in my voice. I'm extremely excited to show you guys this build. Now let's get into the third and final Catfish build of the video. Now for this final Catfish build, you are going to be called a glass cleaning finisher, but you will still be able to shoot the ball in NBA 2K23. Now you're going to go center for your position. Handedness and jersey number, like always, is personal preference. Now, the height, you want to go 7 foot, go 264 pounds on your weight, and go maximum wingspan. And I like to go built on this build just to be like as big body as possible to make people think that you're a straight inside center in NBA 2K23. Now for me, I like to do this build backwards, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring our speed to a 67. We're going to bring our acceleration to a 56. We're going to bring our strength to an 88. I'm going to bring my vertical to a 72 and bring my stamina to an 85. Now for defense, I'm going to bring my D board to a 90. I'm going to bring my O board to an 80. I'm going to bring my block to a 70. And same thing with my steal. That's going to be a 70 as well. Now perimeter, I'm going to bring that to a 63. And bring my interior to an 85. Now for playmaking, you're not going to upgrade anything besides your ball handle, which is going to be a 43 at the end of the day. Now for shooting, you're going to bring both your mid-range and your three-pointer to a 70, and then bring your free throw to a 57. Now for post control, you're going to bring that to a 90. You're bring your standing dunk to a 95. Then bring your driving dunk to a 90. You bring your driving layup to an 86, and put the rest on your close shot. And here you go. This is your final build. If you don't have 30, 11, 0, and 22 as your badge count, then you mess something up. Now for your +4 badges and your core badges, I recommend putting everything on shooting so that your final badge count will be 30, 11, 0, and 22. It's a really good all-around build. You get contact dunks, you can shoot the ball, you'll be perfectly fine. This is a huge Catfish build on NBA 2K23. Now for takeovers, I wouldn't go shooting. I would go like post scoring, or I would just go like box out wall and like see the future or something. But it's honestly whatever you want to do. It does not matter. But I'm just not going to go sharp take because I want to be a huge Catfish build and make people think that I am an inside. Now look, bruh, these are your shades of, and as you can see, you have a glass cleaning finisher in NBA 2K23. This build can spark. You're gonna have 15 shooting badges after you put your +4s, and this build can literally do everything. But hey, look, bruh, this is the final Catfish build of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, help me get to 5,000 subscribers, bruh. And hey, man, I'm out.